guys, I'm Mary Richardson. I am an anxiety healing expert. I help you heal your anxiety, whatever is keeping you stuck, especially after a toxic or narcissistic experience. Let's go. I'm going to answer some questions that I have seen posted, and let's dive in. First off, why narcissists can make you feel bad for just asking a question. Narcissists are all about control. They're all about making you doubt yourself, making you doubt your self-worth, making you question your reality. So for them to say, oh, that was a dumb question, or why would you even ask me that when we just went over this a month ago? Saying things like that is a red flag. And once we know the red flags, it can help us refocus and realize, wait a minute, something's not right. It's not me, it's them. Narcissists will treat you that way, again, because they're trying to get you to not leave because you don't have enough confidence, because you're filled with self-doubt, and mostly a lot of confusion. A lot of my clients tell me that some of my clients have told me that where they get stuck sometimes is in the confusion. They've gone no contact with the narcissist or the toxic person, or they've gone low contact. But what happens is the narcissist knows the game better than they do, and the narcissist switches and becomes very kind, very supportive, and wants to talk. But very quickly, the narcissist cannot maintain that for very long. What happens is they switch it, and soon that conversation becomes all about the things you did wrong. And the narcissist is very passive aggressive about how you're not perfect either, and you did this and you did that and you said that, and it's unending. And now you're getting an emotional beatdown from the narcissist who lured you in by giving you some hope that they had changed. So it is a game, and once you realize the game, you won't fall for it. Often it takes a couple of times of falling for it before you realize that they're just going to switch and make it all about you and what you did to them. It's really a passive-aggressive attempt because they're angry that you left them, or you've gone no contact, or you're not giving them what they want, their supply, their attention. You're not giving them your resources, your time, your money, your energy. You're not doing for them all the things that you used to do, like maybe picking up after them, cleaning, cooking, providing, earning money, taking care of all the errands. Of course, they want you back. And the hard part is realizing that someone is just using you like that and they don't see your value, and that they are continuing to manipulate you and still don't care really about your value. That's where people get stuck, because it feels so soul crushing that someone could be so cold and heartless to keep trying to get you to do things for them without you getting any of your needs met. Some very bright people have, and of course, it's not men that it happens to. Narcissists can be anybody, males, females. It's not gender related necessarily. What I see though is the supply, the narcissist supply, their partner really suffers a lot of emotional abuse, because who wants to be devalued? Who wants to be confused? The narcissist will play so many really, really toxic games where you know what you saw, you know what you heard, you know what you read. And when you talk to the narcissist about that, they want to spin it and convince you that, oh, that's not what I said, or that's not what happened. The sky is not blue, it's zebra colors. The sky is not, there's something wrong with you. And I've seen people really, really internalize that and actually believe that what the narcissist is telling them, that they must be the worst person, that there must be something wrong with them, and the best thing that can happen to that person is for them to get therapy, because a good therapist will, and I'm not a therapist, I'm a hypnotist who helps people get to the root cause of what's keeping them stuck. A good healing expert will help that person see that the narcissist is really manipulating them. And what's funny is that the narcissist, as soon as you start to get help, the narcissist will pull back and switch and completely do a turnaround and say, no, you don't need help. No, I'll help you. That's what they want you to say. That's what they want you to believe, is that the narcissist is now going to cure you. Don't seek outside help. The narcissist will cure you. Cure all the things that they're telling you you have problems with. Yeah, they won't want you to get help. But anyway, that actually, as a side note, I did have well, I don't want to go into too much detail, but a situation similar to that happened where the narcissist husband convinced the wife that she was the worst person. She had all these issues. She needed help, that it was all her. Everything was her fault. She was to blame. And she said, well, based on what you're saying, I need a lot of help. So she found a therapist and she started going to therapy. And of course, the narcissist went for the first couple of sessions, but soon realized that the therapist was seeing through his games and seeing through his manipulation, seeing his disorder, and that was going to, would start asking some hard questions of him, which of course he wouldn't answer and he wouldn't participate, so he stopped going to the therapy. But the wife still went, and she was getting all this information and getting really healed and getting really great logic and facts from the therapist about narcissistic abuse. And it took her a long time, but then suddenly she realized, wait a minute, this is happening. This is the situation I'm in. So it actually backfired. But anyway, narcissists, something to be realistic about is that when you go no contact or you try to leave the relationship, they can do a couple of different things. One thing that they can do is usually what they try is they try love bombing you. And what that means is they know exactly what you want to hear. And they will tell you exactly those things. They tell you what you want to hear, hoping that you'll come back. And you may come back, but then they switch again and nothing has changed. So a few times of doing this, you quickly realize that it's a game. They're manipulating. They just want you to keep doing all the things you used to do for them. In other words, and also a narcissist wants to devalue you. They want to convince you. They want you to give up your power. A lot of people that get stuck after a narcissistic relationship they get stuck because they never realized that they had any power to begin with. And as they start realizing that they had power and they gave it up, whether it was their income, their time, their resources, their attention, and they realize that they did have power and they gave it up, they now see how much further ahead they are now that they've gone no contact or low contact. So especially with family members that you may still interact with, the narcissist wants to tell you how great you are and how great it is to see you, but very quickly you can tell by the red flags. So knowing the red flags is huge. The narcissist will show their true self to you, and you have to be willing to step away and be unemotional and just not be in contact with them or very low contact. Narcissists, I notice, they think that they have you as supply, and they will show you how they treat people behind their backs. They're talking about people. They're saying really horrible things about their so-called friends, or about their neighbors or about their family members. Horrible things. It's all negative. And we can only assume, of course, when we're not there, what are they doing? Saying the same thing about us. So you do have to look at, who they might be interacting with and the smear campaign, because once you go no contact with the narcissist, they can certainly start that smear campaign to try and passively aggressively hurt you by telling everybody lots of negative things about you. And a lot of people will fall for that. So be prepared that you might be alone for a while. Doesn't mean you have to be lonely, but it might be an opportunity to make new friends and to really understand red flags of a toxic person, a narcissistic person. Narcissists can be very covert. When you meet them, it might just seem like they're interested in really getting to know you. But a red flag is that they ask some really personal questions right away. Like maybe you just met them and they're asking you just really personal things like, so where did you grow up? Or not, more than just geographically, trying to form a connection. It's more, they're looking for your pain points. They're looking for the things that can hurt you, because they use that to try and keep people attached to them. So if they know that one of your pain points is being alone, they will constantly bring it up. Oh, you're just going to be alone. And they actually can try to convince you that you'll never have another friend, that you'll never meet anyone who likes you. And over time, if you don't know the red flags and distance yourself, you can actually start believing these things. And then they can go for more about your personality. Like, oh, you might be able to make friends, but you can't keep friends, or your friends don't really like you. And it's all about creating this atmosphere of self-doubt within you and helping you to let go of your confidence. Because it takes confidence to leave, right? It takes knowing that you're worth a lot and knowing that you can make friends and you'll be all right without the narcissist. And one thing they do is they want to take that away right away. Narcissists have a deep insecurity regarding abandonment. So as you go no contact, low contact, some things you may experience is you have to do a lot of work on yourself. And that's something that you haven't done in a while, maybe because you were giving everything good about yourself. You were projecting that on the narcissist. Oh, I'll help them with this. Or the narcissist really needs me. They have something going on that they need your help with. Narcissists are very covert, and they can make up emergencies in order to get in contact with you. Like, you have to call me, and they won't ever tell you what it's about, because when they do call, you'll find that it's really nothing. Or they'll say, well, I guess it really wasn't an emergency, but it's good to talk to you. And then you know you've been tricked. And that can make you feel really used, and it can make you kind of mad at yourself too that you fell for that again. And it can kind of make you feel like that being vulnerable isn't a safe place. So I encourage you to learn about the red flags of narcissism so that you can be prepared that you're not going to give away your power. You're not going to break your boundaries. You're not going to crush your own boundaries. If you want to go to a certain restaurant and the narcissist is one thing narcissists always do is they always try to break your boundaries and convince you or try and get you to crush your own boundary. So in this example, you want to go to a certain restaurant, but the narcissist wants you to go to a restaurant, but let's say you don't want to go, you've been there before, you don't like the food. The narcissist will try to get your no to be a yes. And where it gets really annoying is they don't let up until you give in or walk away. So once, take your own car, have your own income, have your own assets, keep them separate. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a healing expert. And I know that, in my opinion, not giving away your power is the best way to make sure that you can always leave or go no contact. Even if you control the income, narcissists want you to feel emotionally like you're not going to be okay without them. Even though they're really not providing you with any of your needs, they're not helping you be more confident, and that's a red flag. Someone who doesn't help you build yourself up or encourage you to pursue your own goals, that's a huge red flag. And that's one thing the narcissist won't do. They might say it, but they won't take action to let you do that. In other words, if you want to pursue a degree, maybe a doctoral degree or an advanced degree, they'll say the right words, but then when you actually start working on that degree, they will find a million ways to interrupt you, a million emergencies to keep you off center and not studying. And then when you fail, they'll remind you that it's too hard for you. Or that's just a basic example, but then they want to use something that they caused as a reason to keep you stuck and attached to them. So a lot of information here today, but I encourage you to, if you want more, I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I am on Instagram as well. I make Facebook Reels every day, 60 seconds. 60-second Reels. I make shorts on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And I have videos on TikTok as well. I'm Mary Richardson. My information is in the description. My channel is Mary Richardson, Anxiety Healing Expert. And my, anyway, so you do a search, you're going to find me. My picture's all over. So anyway, I hope you are well, and I hope this helped you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.